Rebuilding this nation's infrastructure has been a key part of President Obama's economic recovery plan, but does the stimulus package pack enough punch when it comes to our roads, bridges, and rails? Representative John Mica of Florida, a major advocate of high-speed rail and a ranking member on the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, joins me now from Capitol Hill. Good to see you, Congressman. What's going to be your vote on this stimulus package?
Well, reluctantly, no. I think we're spending a little bit too much. I think we're spending a lot too much in getting very little infrastructure and very few jobs for the money that's being spent.
How would you spend it? Because we can put up the numbers here, Congressman. You've got 46. Go ahead, because again, I see $8 billion for high-speed rail, which I know that you're a huge proponent of. $1.3 billion for Amtrak. $8.4 billion for mass transit. What don't you like in this part of the package?
Again, if you take the total transportation spending, you come up with about $63 to $64 billion of a $789 billion bill. That's a little over 7%. For highways, for example, it's less than 3%. Now, I know how many jobs we can create by that infrastructure spending, but I ask, where's the beef? Where's the jobs? President Obama, and we've tried to work with him, has said his bottom line was 4 million jobs. Well, I'm telling you, with the way the money is directed in this legislation, we're looking, in the best estimates I've seen, is 1.2 to 2.2 million jobs. I offered an amendment, actually the motion to recommit, which we could have doubled the money on infrastructure, gotten people working. And I think there's probably more money for food stamps and unemployment than there is for rebuilding our nation's highways. And those, putting money into that, we have something tangible when we're done, and people have the dignity of having a job and income. And my goodness, they're paying taxes and maybe even have health care benefits. So it's being done. I think some of this was done behind closed doors. I'm pleased with some of the high-speed rail. I've been a bit concerned that it might be directed towards one senator or one project. I've been assured in the last hour by the secretary that's not the case, but there's some good, unfortunately not enough for the public.
All right, so let's talk about high-speed rail. How is this money, assuming that the bill turns into law, how's it going to get spent? What are you going to do? What's your share for Florida? What are you going to do with it? Because again, commuter rail project there, high speed. Give me some good news.
Well, a project in Central Florida that serves a number of congressional districts, and really the first transportation alternative in that part of the state could benefit because it provides money for other projects, and they've been waiting in line. There are dozens of projects waiting in line. On high-speed rail, again, I'm trying to make certain, and working with the administration in the last hours to make certain that not one senator or one individual is the beneficiary of this. But we have 11 corridors designated by law, and I'm hoping that at least one of them, maybe 2 or 3, could become a success as a result of the money in this bill.
Congressman, I hope just Amtrak improves, because I have to deal with a very grumpy co-anchor every morning, because that's how he gets to work. So, Congressman.
Last year we passed an Amtrak reform bill, and I helped lead some of that effort. And we're going to have some of the money-losing routes bid out, have the private sector. We have a whole host of financial and reform measures in there. So I'm hoping this money doesn't get misspent. Unfortunately, they've had a bad record in the past.
All right, Congressman, thank you for being here. Representative John Mica of Florida. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be with you.